If your son committed murder and you went to CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, they found him guilty of murder. There's 100 witnesses, it's on camera, everything. Yeah, he killed somebody. Yeah? And you said, no problem, I'm going to take the punishment. Is that just?
Hold on. Let me get
you right. Say voluntarily, you go to the court and you say, excuse me, I'm going to take my son's punishment on my behalf.
On my behalf.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to prison, not my son, he can go out. I'm going to be in the prison.
Okay, that would depend on the judge if he wants to accept that or not.
No, so would that be justice being prevailing?
No, I'm not. Okay, would that not fulfill the justice of the killing the person? No. That depends on the judge and the person who did that. If that person, listen to me. What you just gave an example. I told you if your son has killed somebody and the judge said, no, that's a red herring again. Let me tell you why. That's a red herring. Why are you laughing?
You. Is that how I greet you?
Yeah. Why are you superior?
I didn't say anything.
Are you superior? Oh, you have a superiority complex. Oh no, really? Oh, you're superior. I'm supposed to bow to you or something?
I know you're used to bowing to Middle Easterners.
Middle Easterners.
You used to worshipping Middle Easterners.
Oh, you worship Middle Easterners. That's a good one. That's a first. Hijab, I really.
Yes.
This is going to be.
1 second.
This is going to be a soundbite. You know that, right? Yeah.
Right. Let me just take a couple of pictures. Yeah.
So you want to take more pictures, or do you want to come back when you're done with the pictures?
I'm done already.
Okay, good.
Do you want a picture first? No, he doesn't.
All right. So now we're having a little issue here. My friends were really trying to tell me, do you go to Jannah for your good deeds or your...
Why is everyone talking about this today?
Or can a Muslim go to hell?
For some time, yeah.
For some time?
Yeah.
How long?
We don't know exactly. There's a hadith that says that you cannot stay in hellfire as a Muslim forever if you have a mithqala dharra, if you have an atom's weight of iman in your heart, if you have an atom's weight of faith in your heart.
So tell me, because we just read the hadith and it says that Muslims on the day of judgment will come with the sins heavy like mountains, and Allah will take a Jew or a Christian in his place and put him in Jahannam for him. Will save the Muslim. That's what your hadith said. It's Sahih hadith. These people are all witnesses. We just went through this whole thing. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. Okay. So now, do you think that hadith is false?
Any Jew or Christian that goes to hellfire will be going there because of his Judaism or Christianity anyway.
Okay, that's fine. I don't have an argument
what's the
about
problem?
that. Okay, so now you're going on it. I didn't ask that.
What's the issue?
The issue is Allah is taking a sinful Muslim who deserves to go to hell.
How do you know he deserves to go to hell? We don't believe he deserves that.
No, because it says that. It says
who says
Muslim,
that?
Your hadith says.
Which one?
We just read it.
Which one it says that he deserves to go to hell forever?
The hadith, it doesn't say forever. It says on the day of judgment, there will be Muslims with the...
Yeah, they'll come out and they'll sprout out and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, fine.
So
what now?
Those Muslims were going to Jahannam. Instead of them going to Jahannam, Allah takes a Jew or a Christian and puts him in Jahannam.
He's going to hellfire forever anyway, this guy.
Okay, that's besides the point.
No, it's not. It's very important.
Okay, why is it important?
Because the Jew and the Christian has decided Judaism and Christianity as his decision for theological choice. Therefore, the punishment for that is hellfire.
Are you the master of stating the obvious?
Yes.
Are you the master of that?
Yes.
Okay, because it seems like it. I already told you that's fine. But that's not the point here. The point of this whole thing is...
What's your point?
What do you
want to talk about?
The point of your hadith, that Muslim cannot go to hell.
So what's your question?
So Muslim can do all kind of sin and expect to go to heaven because
that's not true though. We believe that the thing is, the Islamic cosmology on this matter is as follows. We believe that everybody, there's two things that can happen. Allah can either forgive somebody or give mercy to them, or he can punish them. So for example, the Muslim can be punished in this dunya, in this world, or he can be punished in the day of judgment, he can be punished in the grave, he can go to the hellfire for some time.
Alright. So that's neither here nor there then.
I don't understand your question. I don't understand what you're saying.
If you do something wrong and you get caught by the police, you're gonna get the punishment, right? Because you deserve it, right?
Okay.
You go to the judge and somebody else comes and says, no, he's my friend, I know him, forgive him, this and that. He does intercession for you and you get off.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Keep going. I like this.
So now
yeah.
Now what happens is
Wait a minute.
Mohammed is
Yeah.
the intercessor on the day of judgment. That's another thing
okay.
we talked about, where Muhammad is an intercessor for
Okay.
his ummah
I see.
to get them. Now that's
What was your
another
name again?
one. Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
Okay, now listen. The hadith we just read, now this is the main contentious point.
so just-
the
yeah,
main contentious
yeah.
point
Yes,
is
please.
this hadith what
Yes.
says that Jew and Christian
Yes.
would be put in his place, not because they're Jew and Christian,
Just
but
like now.
because
No, I'm joking, yeah.
this is. Have you read that hadith?
No, yeah. Go, keep going.
Are you familiar with the hadith?
Yeah.
You're on blocking the
Keep
camera.
going, keep going.
So this hadith is telling us that Muslim will not, with the heaviest sin, will not go to hell.
Hell forever, yeah.
Not forever. It doesn't say anything about forever. That's your words. So I'm not going
No,
to
but
take
that's
your
not the
word.
hadith.
Okay, but in this hadith,
Because there's a hadith that says that they'll come out and...
should we
come
read the
out.
hadith again because you keep
No, it's
misquoting
okay,
the
but there's
hadith.
more than one hadith. You have to jama' adillah.
Okay,
That's
so
fine,
you're-
just keep going.
okay. So this hadith is telling us that the heaviest sin Muslims will come on that day and Allah will take a Jew or a Christian.
Yeah.
And doesn't say forever for this or for because they are Jews they're going to hell anyways. So, no, he's saying in his place. Instead, it is the word. Okay. So if I do something instead of him, can you bring up the verse again, please? I mean,
Okay, but
you might misquote it
just
because, you know,
make
Muslims
your
do that.
make your point.
That's the point. So
Okay,
you as
so-
a Muslim don't have to worry about
Uncle
doing
Sam.
good sins, doing
alright.
good works. Sorry,
I
I
see.
misspoke.
Yeah.
Doing good works.
Ah.
You don't have to worry about
I
anything.
see.
Because in the end,
I see.
you're gonna have
I
intercession
see.
or either Muhammad or by Jews and Christians
Okay.
by going into it. That's the thing.
Very interesting. You know what I find so interesting about you, Uncle Sam?
Yeah.
I think that people find this interesting as well because when he was talking about the Islamic theological position, he's presenting it as follows. You got somebody who's going to take the place of the sins of the Muslims so that they don't go to hellfire. Now I want to know about crucifixion and resurrection.
Oh, so
the blood-
are we going to
excuse
jump
me,
to Christianity? Is that your go-to now? Can you address the Muslim point that I've made from your sources and defend it from your own sources without jumping? If you're jumping, I'm going to walk. Because you know what? That's what you guys do. Is you're going to just
You want to walk?
sidestep. You want to sidestep this whole hadith.
you wanna walk?
can't answer this. Can you answer this hadith?
You want to walk?
Can you answer the hadith?
You wanna walk?
Can you answer the hadith?
You wanna walk?
Can you answer the hadith?
You wanna walk?
If you cannot answer the hadith,
You want to walk?
I'm going to walk. If you cannot
you
answer
wanna walk?
your
See
hadith.
ya. Do you wanna
this
walk?
was explained to him 10 minutes ago.
Do you want to walk?
No, I want you to answer
Okay.
without going to Christianity.
Do you know what's really interesting about this? The assumption of it is that there is something inherently wrong with someone taking the sin of someone else. But that is exactly what Christianity is all about. You've got crucifixion, you've got the fida, you've got this ransom blood sacrifice. He's taking the sin of this other person. So if you consider that to be unjust, are you willing to concede that Christianity and the idea of a blood sacrifice is unjust?
Can I read the hadith?
Are you willing
for
to?
Can I read the hadith for you?
First of all,
So first of all, you came
First of
late
all-
to the party.
Yeah.
So let me read the hadith. So first we can get everybody
Let's
on
read it,
board.
let's
Since okay, read it for me, would you?
Okay,
And read the reference too, please. Read the reference too, yeah. This is from Sunnah.
Yeah, I know. there will come a.
Can you read the reference, please?
Yeah, okay. So it's, Abu Buraidah reported Allah's Messenger as saying,
No, which hadith is
Sahih
this?
Muslim
Sahih Muslim. What's the number?
2767 C
Okay,
and
great,
D.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
There would come people amongst the Muslims on the day of resurrection with as heavy sins as mountain, and Allah would forgive them as He would place in their stead the Jews and Christians. As far as I think, Abu Ra'ub said, I do not know to who is in doubt. Abu Burda said, I narrated it. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, whereupon he said, was it your father who narrated it from Allah's Apostle? I said yes.
All right. So, can you address this hadith? I'm not talking about Christian theology.
Yeah, I'm saying-
Let's,
I've
okay,
just,
let's
yeah,
say
yeah.
whatever Christian
Yeah,
theology
yeah.
it is. This talk is not about Christian theology.
Yeah.
This is about this verse. This is about Muslims not going to hell.
Okay, fine.
And
But
God
do
is
you-
sacrificing Christians
Can
and
I ask
Jews
a question though?
for Him.
Can we establish one thing before I talk about the hadith?
Go ahead.
Do you accept that there's something inherently unjust as one person being punished for another person's sins?
Not if that person voluntarily
Yeah.
takes the punishment for somebody else. Yes, you can voluntarily take somebody else's punishment. Yes.
Okay, no, but I'm asking a question. Is it?
The-
No, is it? Because you were saying before. Okay, sorry, Uncle Sam, let me finish. You were saying before, I can do whatever I want. You were portraying Islamic theology as follows: I can do whatever I want because some Jew or some Christian is going to take my place to go to heaven.
According to your
yeah.
hadith.
So do you see a problem with the diffusion of individual responsibility to salvific others if that other is now going to take my burden for me. Do you see an issue with that?
Can I answer it?
Yes.
Could you give me a moment to
Yeah,
answer?
do you see an issue with this?
Can I answer it?
Yeah.
Could you give me a moment?
Yeah.
Thank you. That would be okay if that person did it voluntarily. And
Okay.
if that was an acceptable payment for that person,
Okay.
that's right. Only if it's voluntarily. In this hadith, it's not voluntary.
Excellent.
It is
Excellent.
imposed on that person.
Yeah, okay. No, hold on. Accept it.
Okay.
Now, so that hadith, let me tell you, this hadith is Muslim. Even those who are Muslim, it's mukhtalafun fi.
What does that mean?
Which means that there's a dispute on it.
Where? Show me the dispute on it.
It's even in the hadith itself.
No, it's not.
Let
What
me-
you just
no,
read did
let-
not say there was
Open
a
up,
dispute.
let me show you. Now, there's a dispute on the hadith, the validity of the
Open
hadith.
it up, please.
Yeah, even though it's inside Muslim,
Yeah.
there's a discussion as to whether this hadith is
But
thabita.
there was-
Excuse me, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because there's a discussion among the scholars of hadith whether or not it's marfu' or mawquf. It's well known this.
Right. But
So-
does it say it's mawquf?
Some scholars say yes.
Who?
Some scholars say it's
Who?
mawquf.
Do you know who says who's mawquf?
For example, it's mentioned in the book of Ilal. You know that the Ilal
Can
of
you show me that?
yeah, so
just showed you
Ad-Daraqutni has a book called
Okay, so-
Ad-Daraqutni has a book called the Book of Ilal. Ilal means the hidden defects of hadith. This is mentioned in that book.
Okay, show me.
I don't have the manuscript to hand, my
There's
friend.
a lot of Muslims here.
And it's not
There's a lot of Muslims here. Come on, man.
It's not translated.
Internet is here.
It's not translated. You do it yourself.
Oh,
you waste
okay.
my time.
Anyways,
So
you're saying this hadith is naive. Is that what
no,
you're
I'm not saying. I'm saying that's what I said. Just to let you know, is that the first thing is this is a mawquf hadith. Some say it's mu'allal. Yeah, that's number one. Which
Okay,
has,
so there's a dispute,
No, no,
but it's
yeah,
not
fine.
proven
So-
either
no,
way,
no,
right?
no,
Is that what you're...
no problem.
Okay, fine.
Not all hadiths in Sahih Muslim
Ah.
are Sahih. Well known. People don't know this. Even some hadiths in Bukhari are not all Sahih. Well known. Yeah? So that's number two. Number three now, let's assume for the sake of argument. Now I'm saying, okay, for the sake of argument.
All right.
For the sake of argument.
All right,
I'm
all right.
saying that this hadith is Sahih. Thabit.
Sahih,
For the sake
okay.
of argument.
All right, all right.
Even if we assume for the sake of argument, the hadith is Sahih, it says that the Jew or the Christian will be put in his place. The Jew or the Christian has astahaqqa, he has deserved going to hell fire because in the الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية. It's mentioned in the Quran that those who have disbelieved from the Jews and the Christians, from the Ahl Kitab, they are on the hellfire forever. Yeah, they are the worst of creation. In other words, already there is a declaration. Excuse me.
there's punishment on
Why
them,
does it?
by
Why
the way.
there would be an issue? This guy is going to the hellfire anyway. So, and the point is that you said in the beginning, I said, you find an issue. You said, I find no issue so long as that person is deserving of it. I'm saying, or voluntarily does it. I'm saying, okay, so you got.
Don't misquote me.
What
please.
did you say? So, fine.
Okay,
What did you
please.
say?
I said
Yeah.
it's okay if that person who's doing the sacrifice doing it voluntarily,
Yeah, fine.
and
But-
that, and that sacrifice is acceptable
acceptable. Okay, fine. I'll ask the acceptability factor.
Exactly.
I'm saying.
and voluntarily.
Fine. But your criterion of having it voluntarily, there was one aspect of voluntarism when the Jew and the Christian was in Dar al-Dunya. When he was in the Dunya, he had the choice to either be a Muslim or not be a Muslim. This guy decided not to. Therefore, his hold on. Excuse me. His time for volunteering has expired.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it does, because think about it. Allah is speaking to the Christian in the Quran. He's saying to him, become Muslim. لا تقولوا ثلاثة انتهوا خير لكم. Yeah. Do not say ثلاثة. Don't say this. Don't say that. Become Muslim. Now his time to become Muslim was in dunya. That time is expired for him now. Now what I'm saying to you is, it's not like Allah is putting in the hellfire. Even if we take the hadith,
That's
no,
a red
it's-
herring, by the way.
no, it's not. He's putting in the
All I'm
hellfire
gonna say
someone
is
who had
that's a
already
red
been there.
herring. It's not
He's already been there.
addressing what I
He's
said.
going to hell anyway.
That's right.
So what's the problem?
Okay.
How can he sacrifice?
So what's the problem? Anyway, third point.
Exactly.
Third point. Sorry, one more point. The Quran is explicit about not believing the qat'i verse. And anyway, all verses are more important than a hadith, individual hadith anyway. وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. In chapter number 53 of the Quran. Hold on. It says that one soul should not bear the responsibility.
another.
Yes, that's number one. Another thing is, the Quran says, they will say to you, yeah, وَلْنَحْمِلْ خَطَايَاكُمْ وَلْنَحْمِلْ خَطَايَاكُمْ. We will take your sins. وَمَا هُمْ بِحَامِلِينَ خَطَايَاهُمْ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. They are not going to be doing that.
All right. Are we finished with the red herring?
No, hold on. Okay. So the Quran very clearly makes a point that there is individual responsibility in one. that one soul will not bear the responsibility of another soul's actions. Number 2,
Okay.
that some people will come. Number 3, and say we will bear your responsibility, and such a da'wah or such a thing is false. Number 3, number 4, even if the hadith is mukhtalafun fi. That's why it's mu'allal, because some people say it goes against these ayahs, clear ayahs, nas. But let's just say for the sake of argument, it's sahih. Even if we say sahih, this particular hadith which is sahih is saying Jews and Christians which are going to hellfire anyway. Now, if you see a problem, you're saying volunteer. I'm saying the following: did Jesus Christ volunteer? Okay, volunteer every negative thing that happened. So, for example, now let me ask you a question.
Okay, all
So
right.
when he was
Hijab,
let me
Hijab.
ask a question.
No, I'm not going to address me.
No, let me finish. Let me finish.
No,
When he was on the cross,
No, I'm not.
Eli,
Are you trying to jump?
Did he volunteer? So why have you forsaken me?
Are you trying to jump to Christianity?
No, because we're talking about Christianity and
so let's
Islam.
not go to Christianity right now, because we haven't done
Why?
with this. We did. He didn't get me.
He got you.
It's my turn to speak.
No.
Can you tell the heckler not to
No,
heckle?
he's right though.
Okay, even if he is, could you tell him not to heckle? So I can address your point.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's stay on Islam and this hadith about Christians and Jews going to involuntarily being thrown into hell because of Muslim sin. All right. Now, if I go to court and I'm a murderer, right, and I deserve to be put to death, right, and the judge is saying, oh, you deserve it, but you know what, you've been a pretty cool person all your life, but you did kill somebody, so you know what, I've got these two over here, they're going to be killed anyway, they're murdered like hundreds of people, so I'm going to take these two in your place and give you, and spare your life and kill these two. How is that any justice to anybody?
Uncle Sam.
Doesn't make any. That's what he's telling me.
Uncle Sam, listen.
That-
If your son committed murder, listen, excuse me. If your son committed murder and you went to CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, they found him guilty of murder. There's 100 witnesses, it's on camera, everything. Yeah, he killed somebody. Yeah? And you said no problem. I'm going to take the punishment. Is that just?
Hold on. Let me get you.
You say voluntarily, you go to the court and you say, excuse me, I'm going to take my son's punishment on my behalf.
On my behalf.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to prison, not my son, he can go out. I'm going to be in the prison.
Okay, that would depend on the judge if he wants to accept that or not.
No, so would that be justice being prevailing?
No, I'm not. Okay, would that not fulfill the justice of the killing the person? No. That depends on the judge and the person who did that. If that person, listen to me. What you just gave an example. I told you if your son has killed somebody, and the judge said, no, that's a red herring again. Let me tell you why. That's a red herring. Why are you laughing?
Because now you've been caught out.
No.
Why are you using courtroom examples when you can't take it to its logical conclusion?
Going on. Because we are in the courtroom on the day of judgment. We are in the courtroom.
I'm asking a question.
We are in the courtroom of Allah.
Sorry, excuse me.
Now you're talking over me.
No, I'm not.
I wasn't talking over you when you were talking. So please let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me answer that.
Yeah.
I told you, if a person goes who's deserved to go to, he's murdered and it's proven he's murdered, and then the judge, are you listening? Or
Yes.
are you trying to avoid me? Okay. And the judge says, instead of you going to to your death, I'm going to take two other prisoners who actually have killed hundreds of people, and they deserve to go death anyways. I'm going to spare your life and put them in. But they were going to die anyways for their thing.
Yeah.
So how is that justice?
No, it's fine. Let me say why.
So this is not address this point. Don't give me a red herring.
Uncle Simon, let me address it.
Don't give me the red herring. Address this point. This is what your hadith is saying.
Let me address it.
Are you stuck?
No.
Do you need some help?
No, I'm fine. I can address it.
Fine.
So, for example.
So please don't act like you're stuck because you're acting like that.
No, I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
not stuck at all.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not stuck at all.
All right. Let's see you get dig out of this.
There's
Just
nothing
climb
to
out
do.
of this. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't need to climb out of anything.
Go ahead.
I don't know what you
Don't
think.
need to climb, trust me. He does.
I don't think
In this situation, he does.
I don't know what you think.
Okay,
Listen,
fine, go ahead.
say for example, you got 3 prisoners, yeah? And all 3.
No, I'm not talking. No, these 2 prisoners were not related to this prisoner. This prisoner is
Fine. I'm answering. I'm answering you.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Let's say you got 3 prisoners. You got 1 Muslim prisoner, you got Christian, and you got Jewish, yeah? And all 3 of them, are going, let's say for example, to the execution chamber, like a lethal injection.
Whatever, yeah.
Now, let's say for example, the Muslim prisoner has one thing that the other 2 prisoners haven't done, which is that he didn't kill, he done manslaughter, the other two done murder. Let's
No.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Now,
Red herring.
let's say,
I'll just say red herring.
no, just let me finish. All three of them are going to get killed on the execution chair, yeah? Now, one of them says, look, his appointment for the execution chair is at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. The Christian's one, John. He was going to die at 6. The Muslim was going to die at 6:01. And the Jew was going to die at 6:03, whatever, yeah? So all we're doing is, we're putting the Christian or the Jew's time for the Muslim time. So this guy who's done a lesser sin, because remember, we believe the Muslim hasn't done shirk. So as a result, he's not going to be punished the same way. You're giving him his, you all have the same punishment anyway. You're giving him his punishment. That's fine. It's not very, no, he's already going to the execution chair. This guy's going to the execution chair already. I'm saying that, look, all three of them are going to the execution chair, but this guy has the one thing, yeah, which absolves him from that crime, which is that he's manslaughter, not murder. Now, I'm saying it. Your situation is, you're saying, you're using courtroom examples, but if you were to go to a courtroom and try to take this, the punishment for your son who committed murder, you did no murder voluntarily, no justice system would allow that because of the consequences that would ensue. No one would say that that was justice availing. That is a miscarriage of justice.